What if your brain isn't just observing reality, but building it? Every second, your senses take in over 11 million bits of information, but your conscious mind can process only about 40. Everything else, the colors, the faces, the patterns, gets filtered out. So what determines the 40 that make it through? Your focus, your emotion, your expectation. For centuries, this idea has been described as the law of attraction. That, what we think, we attract. But maybe it isn't mystical at all. Maybe it's the brain's natural design, a biological mechanism that filters the world based on what we repeatedly believe is important. Inside your brain lies a network called the Reticular Activating System. It sits near the brainstem and acts as the gatekeeper of awareness. It decides, moment by moment, what information reaches your consciousness. When you set an intention, when you focus on a goal, this system adjusts the filter. It begins to search for anything that matches your internal story. You buy a new car, and suddenly you see it everywhere. You focus on growth, and you begin noticing chances to grow. This is not coincidence. It's attention at work. Your brain is not showing you the full picture of reality. It's showing you the version that fits your priorities. Now imagine this process happening every day, quietly shaping how you see your relationships, your work, even yourself. The world feels consistent, not because it is, but because your brain keeps reinforcing the patterns you've trained it to find. This focus does not only affect what you notice, it changes how your brain is wired. Neuroplasticity means the brain reorganizes itself based on what you repeat. Each thought or emotion strengthens certain neural pathways while weakening others. If you dwell on fear, your brain becomes better at detecting threats. If you practice gratitude, it becomes better at recognizing stability and safety. The circuits you use most often become your mental habits. Visualization, meditation, and journaling are not mystical rituals. They are repetition systems. They give your neurons a clear pattern to strengthen. You are not manifesting in thin air. You are conditioning your own biology to notice and respond to opportunities that match your focus. So the law of attraction might not be about energy pulling events toward you. It could be about attention training your brain to recognize the information you once ignored. When you expect things to fail, your mind filters for failure. When you believe good things are possible, your mind seeks proof of possibility. That shift in perception creates different decisions, actions, and outcomes. The external world does not change first. Your awareness does. And once awareness changes, everything you notice begins to shift with it. Researchers in cognitive psychology call this selective perception. It explains why optimism and pessimism are not simple attitudes. They are neural programs. One amplifies threat detection, the other amplifies problem solving. Two experiences, same reality. So the question is not whether the law of attraction works. The question is what your brain believes is worth noticing. Let's take it deeper. Your perception is not shaped by thoughts alone. It is rooted in your nervous system. Every emotional state you experience changes your brain chemistry and your body's readiness to engage. When you feel anxious or unsafe, your sympathetic nervous system narrows your field of awareness. You focus on potential danger. That is biology protecting you, but it comes at a cost. You stop seeing possibility. When you feel calm or centered, the opposite happens. The prefrontal cortex reactivates. Your vision expands. You notice patterns, solutions, subtle cues you missed before. Mindfulness and slow breathing reset this system. They quiet the stress response and widen perception. This is measurable in neuroimaging studies. Your brain changes shape with consistent mindfulness practice. This means your emotional regulation shapes how open or closed your perception of opportunity becomes, not because anything shifts outside you, but because biology shifts within you. So here is a moment to reflect. If your focus rewires your brain, what have you been teaching your mind to find? What thoughts, repeated daily, shape the filters of your perception? Pause for a second. Ask yourself if you are training your brain for growth or for fear. Share your answer in the comments. Your insight might help someone else see their pattern more clearly. In psychology, this mechanism has a name: confirmation bias. We do not see the world as it is. We see the world as we expect it to be. But once you understand this, it becomes a tool instead of a trap. You can use awareness to rewrite the bias. You can train your brain to seek evidence for new beliefs. Each time you visualize, you activate neural patterns similar to real experience. Each time you feel gratitude, your brain releases dopamine and strengthens the circuits linked to optimism. These are measurable events. When they repeat long enough, your internal model of the world shifts. Then your actions follow. You respond differently. You notice different things. You choose different paths. Slowly, the world around you begins to reflect the patterns you have strengthened within you. Maybe the law of attraction is not a mystical force. Maybe it is your nervous system aligning what you see, believe, and pursue until your external life matches your internal focus. Your thoughts are instructions. Your attention is the brush. Your brain is the artist filling the canvas. Every moment, it asks what picture you want completed. The answer is your focus. And focus, repeated over time, becomes the structure of your reality. So the next time someone talks about manifestation, remember this: you do not need magic to understand how strong your mind already is. Your perception is the gate. Your awareness is the key. If this helped you see your mind with more clarity, share your perspective or ask a question in the comments. It helps more people find videos like this and keeps these ideas growing in the community.